Hey everybody, it's Rob Nazarian with Talk Android, and have the Nexus 5 here with the Android Preview L. So we figured we'd do a little walkthrough and show you some stuff. Now I'm sure we won't be able to show you everything, but we will go through a few of the the finer details. The first thing I want to do is probably recommend that you shouldn't really install this on your device unless it's a secondary device. If it's your daily driver, there is a lot of bugs, hence why it's called a preview, and there's a lot of apps that you may download and use that just do not work with L Preview just yet, so I would probably stay away from it. Plus, a lot of the apps, the new apps that are going to support material design, aren't even part of this. So in a lot of ways, it's really, it's kind of cool, but it's not like there's a lot of stuff as far as, to go crazy about until it actually gets released, which will probably be in October or November. Let's start with the lock screen. And it's now, you get notifications via a card style layout, which is the trend now for Google. And you can actually swipe away any of your notifications if you want, or you can actually, so I can go ahead and swipe that away, and I can also tap it twice to open right up into that application if I want to. And that's pretty simple. Now also, whether there's notifications or not, it's a swipe up. If you don't want to be bothered with them and just open right up, you just swipe up now instead of swiping to the right. So it's kind of like the HTC Sense unlocking. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of the apps, most of the apps don't have the material design. Google Plus already has that, and that's available on all your devices, so you kind of already get it. But the dialer is new, and a couple things with the dialer is it has that new effect where it doesn't just scroll up and the things kind of go away. As you can see, things just slide away like that. And then, of course, when you bring it down, they come right back and appear. So it's not just a sliding mechanism. So that's a little bit different UI there. The other thing is you can see like how there's this little icon here that's floating, and that's for the dialer. So instead of having different options at the bottom, that's kind of the look of material design. So let's just kind of go into that. Now, if you notice, when I press the buttons, you see that ripple effect as I press the buttons. That's they also mentioned that at Google I/O, so that's also going to be new, and you're going to see that in a lot of touch interfaces across different apps. And of course, there is the to call, that little icon there that's floating over as well. So that's kind of like what material design does there. Now, speaking of phone calls, if you're in the middle of an app, and we'll just say we're over here now. They talked about the heads-up display, and so I'm going to go ahead and place a phone call, and basically instead of the whole screen going, you get this new heads-up. Whoops. You get this new heads-up, which is right here, and you can decline or answer it. And so that's going to be really cool for when you're playing games and stuff. So that's called a heads-up display. Now, notifications are also a little different. The notification, and to get the settings, actually. You swipe down and you go into, we got a flash flood warning. I've had that all day. When you go into settings, you usually swipe down and then you can hit settings. But in this, you actually have a secondary area here where you swipe down further. So let me do that again. So you swipe down once, you can swipe down again, and you get these quick settings and your display brightness, and then you can hit settings here. Now you can also do this, bring it down, and then tap the icon where you are, and go to the settings there, and then so now you can hit the settings icon. Whoops. And then here you are in settings, which looks a little different. Most of the same types of options here. One new thing under accessibility, if I can find it, is color correction for color blindness. That's going to be a new thing here. So, and then you'll also see here, this is the new way of turning things on or off, is this little button where you would just tap it, and that turns it on. And of course with this then you have little different settings. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that now, and then turn it off. Now Recents is also new, and you know, it works really the same way. It just has a different look to it. It's more of this card style here, where you constantly scroll. You can constantly scroll through them, and then you can also swipe away just like you would. You can hit the X or swipe away, but that's how the Recents is going to work. My understanding is the Chrome browser is going to have something similar to that, but not right now. Do not disturb, that's going to be in the settings. So we'll go in the settings here, and that is going to be in sound and notifications. So you go into here and there's a new do not disturb. Now a lot of phones already have this, especially with the OEM skins, but you go in here and it works very much the same way. You see this new style for turning them on, so you go ahead and hit it on, it goes to the right, and then you can set whether you want phone calls or messages or both to be no interruptions unless from. So we'll say phone calls, and then from anyone, shared contacts only, or contacts only. I'm sorry, starred contacts only, or contacts only. So we'll say starred contacts. So anybody in your starred favorites will be allowed to call. It's also saying alarms and timers are never blocked. Now the other thing you can do is you can also set a schedule, so this goes on every night at a certain times when you go to bed. So you can set it for 10 p.m. or the default is 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. But of course you can go ahead and turn it on for every night, weeknights or never. So we'll put every night right now, and then it gives you a chance to set the time, and that's, you know, a little bit different look here for the time. So we'll say oh, well, I'm going to leave it at during the day, so we'll go to AM 12. I say I go to bed late every night, 12:45 a.m. and we'll leave it at 7 a.m. Another thing here is you notice this other little wave thing that happens when you get to the tops of screens or the display. That's also something I've noticed as well. Now lastly, I want to show you the battery, which again is in the settings under battery. And what's really new here is that it tells you how much time is left. I haven't been really using this device much, and they're saying 24 hours left. And somehow I also lost my cell signal, which I have no idea why. But you can also hit the three-dot menu and have battery saver, and you can put battery saver as always on. Again, there's that new look for turning things on. And you can also say turn on automatically at whatever percentage battery that you would like, from 5 to 20%. So we'll leave it at 15. So that's pretty much, you know, a quick walkthrough here for Android L Preview, just to give you an idea of how things will work, and I'm sure it'll evolve a lot. They may even release some different versions before the fall, when they actually do release L, and we really don't know the name of it either yet. Maybe it's going to be Lemon Drop or whatever, Lemon Pie. Or who knows what, maybe Lucky Charms, which isn't a dessert, it's a cereal, but some people will take it as a dessert. But anyway, so we don't really know what it'll be called, but it'll probably be released in October or November. And, you know, if there's some more things to show you, we'll certainly do another video as well. But right now it is just a quick hands-on. So that's it. So we'll look forward to more of L. Thanks for watching. This is Rob Nazarian with Talk Android.